Ram Hernandez, filmmaker, producer, maker of major motion pictures, right?
Correct.
All right. Now, what got you into the business?
I've always been interested in the arts ever since college.
Mm-hmm.
I became a CPA by profession. I've been a CPA.
You're an extrovert. You're not going to be a CPA.
Well, I've always went back and forth from being introverted and extroverted. It's kind of weird.
All right.
Okay.
Well, no, I understand that. All right. So you became a CPA.
And I've become a forced extrovert.
Well, now you know how to keep the below-the-line budget in order for motion pictures.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. And, distributors can't really
Film producers
pull one over on me.
Film producers don't like that.
No.
Okay. All right. Now, why did you leave the industry of accounting to get into the film business?
Well, for the last 15 years, I've been studying screenwriting. I've been writing screenplays on the side because that's basically feeding my passion, my soul, while I was doing my job.
You wanted to write scripts.
Right. I wanted to write scripts. I loved everything about the movie business. I wanted to make movies. I loved everything about the film business.
You should go to L.A. for a month. You'd be able to go back to be a CPA.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I lived in L.A. when I was a kid. I loved it. I would go back there every few years. I love it.
That scene, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's beautiful.
So now, what was the first film you ever made then?
Okay. Well, the first film was a musical documentary. And that's what was the impetus to my new path in life. It was basically in late 2003, while I was cleaning out my parents' closets, I found old 60-millimeter film reels. When I went to
Your
play
father shot 60-millimeter, black and white or color?
Yeah, black and white.
Black and white. How many reels were there?
There were about 4 or 5.
What
4
lengths?
or 5 reels, different lengths, the little ones, the
100
big ones.
footers? Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know how many
So
feet
how many
they are.
total minutes?
How many what?
How many total minutes?
Oh, I don't know. Hours of film.
So you transferred, and what was on
Well,
the
I
film?
digitized it, and basically I turned it into a 20-minute musical documentary of 1958 Cuba before Castro came in and took it over. It was beautiful footage of Cienfuegos, Holguin, and some beautiful parts of Havana. Mm-hmm. I've got music in there, playing with the scenes, and basically a few people have seen it. It actually touches them.
I can imagine. Then you went back to got music from 1958 then as well?
Yes.
I integrated it?
Yeah, I integrated it, and basically the folks at the Big Bear Lake Film Festival in L.A., they loved it, so we went out there and it premiered over there. The folks over in Marco Island, the west coast of Florida, they loved it, so I went over there, and I wanted to get it done in time and premiere it at a place local. In order so I could bring my parents to see themselves up on the big screen when they were young, when they were like in their 20s.
Yeah.
And my father was doing so good, and he's since passed away, but I've had the pleasure of actually taking them to Marco Island and them seeing themselves to a packed theater, because the movie opened up, the short opened up to a documentary on Cuban baseball. And my parents just saw themselves up on the big screen, and it was just worth it. No, tears ran down their eyes.
Well,
they got a standing ovation. It was awesome. And that's what's the impetus to get me into film. And after that, I started producing short films.
Okay. Any famous people in that home movie that
Famous people? No.
Just strictly, it was this family affair in
Cuba
in 1958.
Yeah, it was really interesting because they were on vacation in Cienfuegos, and the way people were dressed on the beach, they were all decked out.
Those are the eras of Formula
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right. So now where is this 20-minute documentary today? Is it making money for you?
Oh, no, it's not making money. I didn't produce it to make money.
Did you make DVD prints of it?
Yeah, I have DVDs of it. I have DVDs. I've got a small sample clip on YouTube, which is a small version of it on YouTube, about 6 minutes worth of it.
I wonder if you can't advertise on YouTube to say, if you want the real thing, you can call me.
I have no interest in selling it. Because I did that for my folks. I don't want to make money.
And then your second film?
My short after that was a short, 15-minute short called 40 Seconds. It was a thriller. It was about a man who had a watch, came across a watch that would tell him what was going to happen 40 seconds in the future.
40 seconds?
Into the future.
Okay.
And I wrote that as a comedy. And but after I finished shooting it and after I edited it, it turned out to be a really cool thriller.
Really?
So it was very interesting. So basically, I saw my forte is in drama. Even though I try to write comedy,
What was the reaction to your 42nd thing?
The first film festival I played was in the large local regional film festival in Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale Film Festival. It did very well. It won the best Florida short at that festival. When it played next in Palm Beach, it won best screenplay in Palm Beach.
Good for you.
And the second film after that was a small sci-fi short called Replay. And that did well as well. That got me a Best Director award at the Palm Beach Film Festival. And
now you moved up to your major motion picture, Phoenix Falling.
Yes.
What's that all about?
Well, on a plane trip to Argentina, I had a few too many wines, and I started dreaming about how cool it would be if a little kid actually would go into this magic place of her own, and the magic place happened to be real. So basically, from that little scritch and scratch, I came up with a short script called The Blue Light. It was about 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
That short script has won three awards now, including the GIA Award at the Moondance Film Festival. That short script, I went ahead, people encouraged me to expand that into a feature-length script, which I did. And I named that Phoenix Falling.
All right.
And that is the film that I have just finished shooting.
And the plot line is?
It's a family drama with a dose of magic realism, but basically it's a young woman journeys into the magic place of her childhood dreams in order to come to grips with her mother's tragic death. And also there's another subplot where there is a murder mystery as well, or attempted murder mystery where somebody is trying to kill her father.
Okay. So, when's that going to be issued to the public?
That will be being released late this year. I'm in post-production of that film right now.
You do your own editing?
Yes, I do my own editing. I do my music sequencing, even though I do have a composer out in Scotland. He's a musical genius.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got animation in this movie and CGI, so I'm doing that as well.
Good for you. So, it'll be 90 minutes, you told me, and the issue date will be?
The issue date would be in the fall.
Okay. Has anybody seen it for distributorship or anything?
No, not yet, but we do have some interested parties in the BBC world over in the UK. They've seen the trailer, and also one of our leads in the film is Leslie Staples, who she used to be. She was in Disney's Calendar Girls, and she's a veteran of the BBC, and so they know her very well.
So she
basically
just brought the project to them and said, "Here's the potential."
Yeah. Well, I mentioned it to them. I go, Leslie Staples is in it. And they go, "Oh, great! I want to see it."
Yeah. Well, because it has some potential star value.
Yes.
So, what's going to be your next project after this?
My next project, I'm working on two. I'm in preliminary talks on two projects. One is something to do with the Bay of Pigs.
The Bay of Pigs.
The Bay of Pigs. I don't want to go into any more into that other than that. And the other is somebody recently. I joined a motorcycle group, Miami Motorcycle Riders, a few months ago after I got a brand new Harley Davidson Crossbones. It's a really neat bike.
You got a Harley Davidson Crossbones?
Yeah, it just came out.
That's a big machine.
That's a cool, but yeah, it's 1600 cc.
1600. Okay. Why did you buy this thing? Because you want to make your own Easy Rider?
Before I died, I wanted to own a Harley. I don't know. It's a midlife crisis thing.
Oh, boy, I bet your wife loves you for this.
Yeah.
Did you take a ride on it with you yet?
No, she hasn't had the nerve to.
Get on it.
Well, I'm taking her around the block, but I'm just trying to convince her to go to the Keys with me on it. And she will.
You're going to go down
to the Keys. I've already been to Key West and back on one day on that bike.
You did?
Yes.
And how many miles to the gallon did you get?
I have no idea. I said when it goes on E, I just go and pull over and fill up. I know it's better than my truck.
For darn sure. So you're going to do a film on that now, or what?
Well, no. Well, I should, so I could write it off. That might be a good idea.
Well, just put it in a couple scenes. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all you have to do. All right.
Very interesting.
Ram Hernandez. Your name of your film company is called?
Fandango Pictures.
Fandango.
Fandango Pictures.
Do you have a trademark on Fandango Pictures?
I do have a trademark on Fandango Pictures,
right.
and I chose that name because one of my favorite films is Fandango, starring a young Kevin Costner and Judd Nelson.
What does Fandango mean?
It's got two meanings. One is a Spanish dance,
yes.
and the other is being a fool.
Being a fool.
Which I may just be, leaving my career to make movies, but I'm having fun. I'm having
a good time. That's the important part. All right, thank you. You're watching WNYX TV 26 in New York.